Hey guys, quick one for you today on the Podtendo podcast, where we analyze, reminisce, and replay the glory of old Nintendo games. I am your host Mick, and today's episode is on Mega Man. The release date was December 17th, 1987. How long to beat has this game at? 3 hours? That's pretty accurate. That's probably about the time it took me to play through this title. Actual retail price, $30.99. If we factor in inflation, that's $58.44. Current eBay price, holy smokes. A loose cartridge of this game will set you back almost $103. That is definitely one of the most expensive ones that we've looked at here on Podtendo. And eShop price, $5. Personally, I was playing it on the Legacy Collection. I got it for $25 on a sale on my PS4. Much better value. You get Mega Man's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all the original NES games all in one. I recommend everybody check that out. Let's look at some development details. It was created by Capcom and was called Rockman in Japan. The game was inspired by rock, paper, scissors. Hence, why our hero was originally called Rockman. And all the weapons you obtain are strong against only one other boss, so there's not one superior weapon throughout the game. It was Capcom's first attempt at a home console. Before this, they mainly developed for the arcade. The development team consisted of only 6 people. They did outsource some game development, which is why the infamous Mega Man box art is one of the most atrocious images in video game history. An artist was commissioned to create art of a little blue dude who shot lemons. I'll post the image on Twitter so you can all sit at home and cringe along with me. The guy looks just ridiculous. I don't know how they got away with it, but again, I guess if there's only 6 people, they can't really have that much say. His blue color comes from the graphical limitations of the NES, so that iconic blue when you think of Mega Man, that was actually due to the fact that the NES just wasn't that powerful. The 2 characters, Dr. Light and Dr. Wily, were both inspired by Santa Claus and Albert Einstein, respectively. I've also heard Dr. Light's first name is Thomas, due to the fact that he was based after inventor Thomas Edison. The controls of Mega Man. Mega Man is often called Jump and Shoot Man. Can you guess why? The controls are fairly solid, good character weight, good jump momentum, fair aim, and range for all the projectiles. There are only a few cheap enemies, but nothing is too unavoidable. Each mechanic is taught to you really well. There are 3 of the 6 levels you can choose from, 3 of them is what I would consider an introductory level. They're not super hard. They have lots of projectiles to shoot, lots of room to avoid things. They never show you something that you aren't equipped to deal with. Once you're familiar with all the mechanics in a level or how an enemy attacks you, they will then increase the difficulty, which makes the game very easy to manage. My one gripe with the controls is there's this weird slide your character does when you're trying to stop. It's almost like there's ice or something like that. Now, there is an ice level, which you would imagine would be slippery, but the whole game is slippery, so it kind of loses effect. First memories. One day on this podcast, I promise you, I will play you something from my childhood, but today is not that day, listeners. I was aware of Mega Man games as a child, but I was not introduced to them until the Mega Man 64 or Legend series. I also believe we had a copy of Mega Man X4 on the PS1. It was very limited. I had seen him. This actually playthrough was my first time playing through the game. I feel like I liked action figures and collectibles a lot more than video games. My obsession for video games started with the N64, the later half of the Super Nintendo series, but damn it, I still like them now. Oh, I guess that's a current thought, so I'll leave that. Let's look at the story. In the year 20X, so it actually already happened. I don't know if you guys remember this from a couple years ago, but I'll give you guys a refresher. Robots, developed to assist mankind, are commonplace thanks to the efforts of renowned robot designer Dr. Light. However, one day these robots go out of control and start attacking the populace. Among them, 6 advanced humanoid robots made by Dr. Light for industrial purposes. Cutman, Gutsman, Iceman, Bombman, Fireman, and Electman. He realizes the culprit is his old rival, Dr. Wily, who plots to take over the world, by the way, but is unsure of what to do. His helper robot, Rock, having a strong sense of justice, offers to be converted into a fighting robot to stop Dr. Wily's plans, becoming Mega Man. Wow, what an amazing game. I bet you guys are so excited to hear about it. The levels can be chosen in any order, which was unseen before this title. There is a correct way, quote-unquote, to go through this game to optimize difficulty. I started with Cutman. It was a good starting level. This and Bomb Man's levels were basically the ideal levels to begin with. The boss hallway in this level is definitely the most difficult. I took the most damage and I actually died a couple times. The strategy of fighting Cutman, he's a little guy with scissors on his head, is you just outgun him. Run and jump, avoid his projectiles, and hit him with more projectiles than he can throw at you. The next level you'd want to go with, and I did as well, was Bomb Man's. This is the official first level. Very, very good entry level. There are no really tough parts. Again, very open areas. They'll introduce a character, his attack pattern. Maybe they'll throw a couple at you on the next screen. A little bit of platforming. Nothing super major. Nothing that is unavoidable that you can't deal with. And Bomb Man himself, basically, if you avoid his bombs, this guy's easy. So if you run back and forth and just blast him with your little lemon shooter, you're good. The next level you want to go to is Gutsman. What is Gutsman? What industrial job is he certified for? Is that short for sewage? Are they saying guts instead of poop? Is he a poop guy? I did look that up. Apparently Gutsman and Bomb Man were used in land reclamation projects, but I'm going to go with Gutsman is actually just Poop Man. This level has a bunch of zip lines. There you need to figure out the rhythm in order to get past it. So as you're going along, there'll be a break in the zip line and the little platform you ride drops down and you fall like a rock. You kind of have to get the rhythm down to get along this part. The enemies also have a rhythm that you need to figure out too. Gutsman, pretty simple. You throw Bomb Man's bombs at him. He shakes the screen and causes the most pathetic boss fight I've ever seen. So basically, I'd throw a bomb, he would shake me, the bomb would blow up. I'd throw another bomb, he would jump up and down, shake the screen. And we just repeated in that pattern until it was over. Oh, I guess I should mention that every boss also provides you with a power-up. So Mega Man's suit is upgradable. So when you beat Cutsman, you get these little cutter guys. It's a little circular pair of scissors, almost like a little boomerang that flies around. Bomb Man, it's a bomb. Gutsman gives you the power to lift up big stones. I guess that's part of that land reclamation projects, is he's big and strong. From here, though, you're going to take Gutsman's powers and move on to Elect Man's stage. This level is vertical, so it's up and down. It doesn't work well with this type of game, and actually isn't seen in any of the other classic titles. Take your time with the obstacles. The disappearing blocks are first seen here. You do get a platform item, which is a must for this game and makes so many parts of this easy, but you do need Gutsman's weapon to get it. So make sure you fight Gutsman before Electman. To fight Electman, either use Gutsman's weapon or Gutsman's weapon. Gutsman, 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 Gutsman. That's not annoying to say. From there, we are going to take and go to Iceman. This stage is slippery, I guess is the best way to describe it. The platform item makes the second half of this level just a breeze. The boss, if you use the Elect Beam and use the pause trick, so if you hit select, it freezes the screen, and if you just tap it, it actually will freeze the Elect Beam on top of the enemy, makes it a total breeze. And then finally on to Fireman. It was pretty easy. All the floaty and projectile enemies are great to grind health, weapon refills, and lives. So I spent a little bit of time here just grinding out lives and making sure everything was refilled. Use your weapons accordingly, so you should be pretty well versed with what the Elect Beam, Guts, super strength, bombs, Cutman's kind of do for you at this point, and it makes this level super simple. The boss, just outgun him with the ice beam, and you'll have no problem at all, and then the evil Dr. Wily will show up. What a jerk. This is definitely a bit more tough. You have to use your weapons accordingly again, or you have to take everything the game has taught you up into this point and to be successful. The boss of this first stage is the motherfucking Yellow Devil. The only way to beat this guy is with the Elect Beam pause. I don't know if there's another way of doing it. I might look online to see if I can find some videos, but I don't know if you can beat him otherwise. The Yellow Devil is basically a big yellow blob. He will break apart piece by piece and shoot across the screen at you at this pattern that is like super hard to memorize. Just use the elect pause trick and you'll be fine. In Wily Stage 2, we see the first boss rush section. It sucks here. It's so hard. In the other games, you get set into a room and you pick which boss you want to fight. Here you have to go them in the order or they want you to fight. First you fight Cutman, then you fight Electman, and then finally you fight the Mega Clone. He copies you. Again, the Elect Beam pause trick makes quick work of him, and you're ready for Wily Stage 3. Make your way down the corridor to fight a bubble. I used the arm cannon. to fight this guy until he was about half health. And in the middle of the room, you're going to notice there's a bunch of blocks that you could use Gutsmans to smash. That's how I finished him off. So wait till he's about half health before you do this. Otherwise, the fight is quite difficult. The last part of the stage is the final boss rush. So you fight Bomb Man, Gutsman, Iceman, and Fireman. If you know the weapons and which weapons work on what, it's total breeze. Down to the final hallway where you fight Wily, once and for all, the little stinker himself. Use Fireman's weapon on the first stage, it makes a total breeze, and then if you're just like me and you wanted to finish it, jump in the air, fire Electman's gun, use the pause trick, send him packing. The ending of this game. There's no special endings, there's no time bonuses. It just tells you that Mega Man has stopped the evil Dr. Wily, but the fight must go on until peace is met. Fight on, Mega Man. Fight on. Fight for peace. Kind of an odd ending for a game. I don't know, I guess war is peace in this world, so good luck. I'm sure Mega Man stopped him, and there won't be another, 15 entries in this series. That I can assure you of. Current thoughts, this game highlights all that would become great by later games in the series. It definitely has its flaws. It's not the perfect game. Mega Man 2, 3, even 6 definitely are a lot stronger than this title, but it's awesome for what it is. I'm sad I haven't played it before this. This is definitely a must-play game for all gamers or anyone interested in that game design and learning how to introduce and how to teach players about your game rather than making them have a character pop up on screen and tell you what's going on. I only found one theory on this game, and it's I don't know, it's actually not so much I guess it's kind of a theory. Here, I'll explain it to you, and then you guys can tell me what you think. Write into us, tweet into the show, let me know. I mean, I still haven't got any emails. I assumed I'd be super famous and rich at this point, so you guys are really breaking my heart if you're listening to this. Dr. Light is to blame for all the robots rebelling, as is Dr. Wily. What? But Dr. Light's the good guy. If you know anything about science fiction, there are 3 laws of robotics. States that robots should not be able to harm humans, let alone disobey any order that is given to them by a human. Since the robots in this game are able to attack the human populace, they do not follow this program. That means Dr. Light did not properly program artificial intelligence. He is partially to blame for his short-sightedness, and he is the cause of this rebellion. Damn you, Dr. Light. Damn you. I don't know if I explained that well enough. If you guys need to, I can re-explain it. There's also a great game theory video on that. Check that out on YouTube. It's awesome. But are you guys buying that? Do you think that Dr. Light should be held responsible for the fact that his robots attacked everyone? And I don't think I missed anything. So in closing, thank you so much for listening. You can contact Podtendo on Twitter at Podtendo Podcast, email us at podtendo@gmail.com, or check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/Podtendo. The music of Podtendo was used without permission and is property of Nintendo.